What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be giving my game day report for the Rams. We'll have to. I'm very excited for this game. I will say I think the Rams will probably take this if I had to bet, but I am rooting for the Bengals 100%. But I wouldn't be upset if the Rams won either. I don't really have that much of a dog in the fight, and it would be good to see Stafford and Odell and Cup. Definitely Andrew Whitworth with all the bullshit he went through with Cincinnati, which is interesting. Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, like Jalen Ramsey as well. Like there's a lot of guys here I would like to see with the Super Bowl ring. So it would be good to see some of those guys win as well. But I do think that the Rams have almost every advantage roster wise, except for I think quarterback and kicker. I do think that Joe Burrow is a little bit better than Stafford, and I definitely think that Evan McPherson's better than Matt Gay. And I think that Joe Mixon is a better running back than any of the Rams running backs, but they have three of them that are really solid, and Akers, Michelle, and Darrell Henderson. I think all of them are really solid, and I think Jake Funk can be a decent guy as well, actually, but he's not going to get any playing time with all these guys. Obviously, Cooper Kupp, debatably the best receiver in football. I would probably say Devontae Adams and maybe even DeAndre Hopkins. I'd probably say D-Hop when he's healthy, to be honest. But still right up there, and his production this year has been insane with Matt. Odell, really solid deep threat, and he really has exploded toward the end of the season. Now that he's getting more comfortable with the team. Van Jefferson, a really solid guy. Ben and Brandon are both pretty solid if they have to play, which I'm sure that they'll get some snaps. Obviously, Tyler Higbee is out. Their tight end room is not as good. I do think the Bengals actually probably have that advantage too. But I definitely think that the Rams have the O-line advantage for sure. The Bengals O-line is pretty bad. And having old man Andrew Whitworth in the Super Bowl is pretty cool. So that'll be fun, especially against his old team. But the defense is really where this gets interesting. And I'm not actually going to start with the pass rush. I'm going to start with DB. It'll be interesting to see what Jalen Ramsey does. Typically with the Rams and Jalen Ramsey, they don't actually put Jalen Ramsey on the number one receiver right away usually. They don't have him follow him around anyway. They usually set him to one side, to the right. And once they see a particular receiver start to get going, they'll put Jalen Ramsey on that guy. So if Jamar Chase, starts catching a few passes and starts getting momentum, then they'll put Ramsey on him to stop him. But if someone like maybe a T. Higgins starts taking off, then Ramsey might guard him instead. So we'll see. But also, just because of how Jamar Chase has been, I wouldn't be shocked to see Jalen Ramsey go one-on-one with Jamar Chase immediately. I wouldn't be shocked. Obviously, they have Taylor Rapp back, which is great. And so Taylor Rapp and Nick Scott will probably be the starting safeties. But also, I think that Taylor Rapp and Eric Weddle both have the opportunity. I think both of them can be decent, strong safeties as well. So I think we could see certain packages with both of them out there. So that could be interesting. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens there. But the pass rush is really where I am kind of concerned for the Bengals. I mean, with that offensive line, it's looking pretty rough. Especially that right side of the O-line. And I think the Rams will probably move guys around to try to keep them off guard. Because I think that the whole O-line isn't great, but I think specifically Jackson Carman and Isaiah Prince, the right guard and right tackle, I think they are terrible. So I think Leonard Floyd is probably in position to have a really big day, and I think they'll probably move Aaron Donald and Von Miller around as well. So we'll see. But I also think that Greg Gaines and Ashawn Robinson could definitely hurt you too, especially with how bad that O-line is. So we'll see. The Bengals definitely have an uphill battle because, like I said, I think the Rams definitely have this advantage on paper. But at the end of the day, the Rams, I don't think have quite as much grit as the Bengals do, and I think the Bengals are going to make this a fight. But if I had to bet, I'd say the Rams probably win. But also Stafford has to just not make the mistakes as well. If that happens, I think they have a pretty good chance. But still, Cincinnati, they're gonna fight. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.